That's how I would describe it. But I'm wondering, like, because
I'm also
I think not an attachment person.
I know. The moment it came out of my mouth, I was like, Dale doesn't believe in attachment. Me and this box is so open.
No.
That's so
the
funny.
chicken, there's Jake, and Dale doesn't believe in attachment.
That's so funny. That is so funny.
Yeah, no.
Those are the
The
takeaways.
memories that unlocked.
Okay, let me clarify.
Okay, so basically, you guys have, you have this mutual experience together where you're working at this place that's not paying you. There's a great culture, it sounds like.
Say it out loud. It just sounds so much worse. We're like,
Yeah.
they weren't paying you, and
Well, yeah, obviously
you were
understood
burned out
why.
and stuff, but
But
we did, the loyalty piece.
And now fast forward, how many years?
5
years? 5 years later?
Well, 5. It's
Yeah.
COVID,
So Carrie, help us understand, like, where you at? What's going on in your life right now?
So I think I was laid off in April. May I graduated, and then June I got antsy. I think I did the yoga and baking thing for a month and was like, all right, okay, moving on. What else are we gonna do? And so I originally started Riverside with the idea that I would take 4 or 5 of the CSA sort of FAPT funded, state funded cases, and then work in my spare bedroom / playroom / whatever. And then work part-time, and then also stay home with my kids when I could. And post-COVID, abuse and neglect in our area was really rough. So it kind of just spiraled from there. I rented an office at the Adagio house. In the back little dungeon room that didn't have any windows because I couldn't do the work I needed to do with a toddler busting in. And then, it kind of just spiraled from there.
Wow.
Yeah.
So is this you started?
Yeah.
When you started?
Yeah.
For how long?
Yeah. Till January. I think December. Hired Kim. She's the best. But she came in, we were working 200 hours a month. Nuts, bonkers. Sending voice messages to each other, little iPhone audio messages, because we didn't have time to stop to talk.
Yeah.
And she sort of jumped in and has gone with the flow ever since. It was crazy. And then over time, I've sort of just added people in. Once our wait list had gotten longer, I graduated with my MSW in May of 2020. So then I had my youngest in August, and then started my
Practice.
my supervisee stuff. So I was running Riverside and then working part-time for someone else to get my supervisee
You both
hours.
did that.
Yeah, we both did that.
Which is
What
very
other
uncommon.
options you
That's
got?
very uncommon.
Yeah.
People don't start their own practices while still being...
Technically, you're not
You're not supposed to.
Really?
Yeah,
You're not supposed to bill under yourself.
Which
Right,
technically,
Which technically you weren't doing.
No, we were following all the rules.
Right.
Yes.
So you
Fighting for our lives and following the rules.
Yeah, it was all legal, right?
Yeah.
You still got all your hours and
yes,
started your own practices.
And I had the best supervisor who helped it all fall together. The most unicorn situation of I could go have 3 appointments in the morning for Riverside, see a therapy client, have supervision with her, go see another 3. She was so flexible and helpful in piecing it all together. And she had her own private practice, so she was able to give me the insight of just stuff boundaries, charging a cancellation fee. That was the thing I learned, the biggest thing I learned. And
you can do that?
You can do that. And you will
Really?
do that. And her just being yeah, you need to charge them. And me being but it's okay. I got a whole hour to myself. I got to eat lunch. And she'd be right, get paid for it. Hit the button.
Get paid.
Charge them.
Charge.
Go back on to simple practice and hit that button, And she taught me so much about just boundaries and that shift of the loyalty piece and like working for free and like this is what we're supposed to do.
Making it sustainable.
Yes, to like, hey, you're actually worthy of something.
Yeah.
Try this.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, I don't think I would have been able to get like that level of supervision if I would have went and did it a different way. Like she was
That's great.
amazing.
Right. There's a lot of hands-on experiences you were learning.
Yeah, and she just had this whole different perspective. Like she had the private practice perspective instead of the community-based work perspective,
Which is very different.
Yeah, and it was just she was wonderful with helping me also like navigate Riverside's growth during that time.
Wow.
That's great.
Yeah.
Wow. And then how do you like go from where you hired one person to like how many people do you have at your
I think we have like 20 and then 2 interns.
Wow. Yeah, that's a lot of growth.
Yeah.
Yeah. How's that? How's that going? And how is that journey?
I don't know. When you asked me that, how did that happen?
It just happened?
Yeah, like
it just
when people are
happened.
like, "How'd you do this?"
Yeah.
I'm not sure. Yeah,
You're just like, oh, you want to come work?
I called it Riverside because I was going to work part time and I lived on the river and that seemed like a good idea.
Riverside.
Yeah, people ask me all the time, like, "Why is it called that?" And I'm like, "Because I wasn't supposed to be here. I wasn't supposed to be in this building on Chicago Avenue. I was supposed to be in the spare bedroom of my house." Let's see. I guess just after that, I think in the survival of child welfare and the way that like referrals sort of come in, I think it was just like when it got to be too much, we hired somebody else.
Yeah.
And
Gotcha.
yeah.
You go as long as you
As
can,
the-
on
as
what
the-
you can.
Yeah.
Capacity increases.
And then I needed like the other support of billing and policies and supervision and things. So then I started recruiting friends from other agencies because we had all sort of scattered. So then I got Jess.
Yeah.
Worked hard to poach her.
I saw that and because I didn't, I kind of live in my own bubble here, but I recently had looked at Riverside and everything. And I was like, oh yeah, like everybody.
Yeah, everybody's there. Yeah. Me being like, hey.
Wow.
I spent 18 hours on billing. Taylor, could you come to me? Yeah. So
Yeah.
found the reliable people, the village people from our last agency. And then I actually hate hiring. So I think
Hate
it's
hiring.
terrible. I hate interviewing. I hate hiring. I hate
What do you hate about it?
I hate that people feel like they have to lie in interviews. Even if they're not trying to. We as a society teach people to fluff your resume, to fluff what you're going to say. Don't say a weakness, rephrase it as a strength. Like, I want to know
Right. Like, what
if you hate driving a car because you have to drive for our job, right? Like we are in the county, you have to go to people's homes. I want to know if you hate working with little kids because I want to not give you little kids, right? Like I want to, prevent burnout and I want happy people to work here. And so if you lie to me about who you are and then you hate this job, I don't know how to fix that. And I think like that's only happened a few times, but it's like always in the back of my brain.
When it
It's like,
happens, it's really frustrating.
it is, yeah. Because I'm like, that's not what you said.
Yeah,
I wrote it down.
Yeah.
I was there and you were
said
there.
this.
Right. Like, and then I'm just like such a blunt person and I don't really sugarcoat a whole lot. So then I feel like I'm so straightforward. But I think just as a society, like we teach people to be
impress.
good interviewers.
Yeah,
and I'm
yeah.
like, just
Impress
come.
your,
Be who you
your
are.
interviewer.
We're masters of our own self-deceit.
Yeah.
But that's what I was taught.
Yeah. Yeah.
Business world, you gotta impress.
Yeah.
Right?
Show up, do the
So-
thing.
Okay.
Yeah. But
Yeah.
no, I hate hiring. So most of our people have, I mean, we have people where it's been like an Indeed posting and then we've met and I've known their references or something like that. But most of the people that have come to work with us have been like organic in some sort of way, you know, whether it's like a JMU professor recommendation or we still talk with Laura Cantwell. So she sends us some people from, Mary Baldwin sometimes, stuff like that. But yeah, it's the worst. It's the worst part. That was not in the book that I didn't read about starting a business.
No. Well,
Yeah,
which book was that exactly?
Yeah, no, none.
Yeah.
I find it so funny because that's the one thing like when you're in school, and very few, like most professors don't know that, because most instructors haven't actually had a private practice
No.
or run one successfully, and
Or
so it's
done
like,
therapy since 1985.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. Yeah.
they teach the stuff, and that's about the extent of
Yeah.
what. Now, some of, I don't want to discredit too much of that. Like I did have some people in my program that, like, okay, yeah, they had some clinical experience, but most of them had, like, their clinical experience was exclusive to their school training.
Yes, like
Right.
their internship or their,
or their postdoc or something like that. And it's like, yeah, but that's not the same. Like it's really not. Like
Yeah.
it's not the same as day in, day out, and starting your business from the ground and all.
I don't feel like we had, like, in our social work program, something I love about social work is that it is like a plethora of things. So we're learning about social justice, and you're learning about policy, and you're learning about all of this stuff. And then you have the clinical piece, but the clinical piece is a little bit smaller than it would be in like a master's of counseling program.
Sure.
Right.
And so everything that we were taught, like, clinically was more so about like community-based work.
Yeah.
Yeah. Nothing to do with like insurances or private practice.
Yeah. I didn't get that either. So, like,
Yeah, we
there
don't
was-
get. Yeah, the LPC,
No.
you don't get that training at all.
No. And I don't think I get that. I don't think I understand when we're supposed to learn that.
Yeah,
We're all just
You're not supposed to.
Yeah.
You're just supposed to go work for the community agency.
right.
Right.
Yes.
That's
And they
where
do
you
your
start.
billing.
So
Yes.
real quick though, because you said that you charge insurance
Yes.
and you get FAP funding.
Yeah.
Which you're saying that at the previous practice they weren't being paid, and that's what they were doing.
Yeah.
But you decided, you're like, I'm gonna get paid.
Yeah. So there's a bit of a turnover. So the people in charge weren't there anymore. And then it's a little scary at the beginning because there's
Also, what is FAP funding?
so FAPT funding is funding from the Children's Services Act, which is funding from the state for families at risk. And then FAPT is actually just a board that approves the funding.
Okay.
And so, yeah, at the beginning, I think maybe 2 people worked for our local Children's Services Act. We're actually in Harrisburg, Rockingham, Augusta County, Page County, Shenandoah County, and Henry County. So it started with just Augusta County, and then Harrisburg, Rockingham, and then the rest. So every CSA, so the Children's Services Act for each county, is ran very differently. So it's ran however you choose.
You guys have had to learn how to work with
in
each.
the county. Yeah. So some are super organized, some are not. Some have 1 person working there, some have 10 people working there. So it's a bit of a toss up, but it's gotten way better over the last 5 years.
That's great.
Yeah.
Wow.
Like, yeah. Very much better.
Clearly, you guys are still here.
Yeah. A lot more systems, some spreadsheets, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Spreadsheets.
Something.
Ew,
Yeah.
Something.
But yeah, it's not scary anymore.
That's good.
Yeah.
That's good.
That's good.
Yeah.
I just like I was talking to Taylor the other day about like just knowing in my brain, right? Like we're supposed to get paid on this day. And like, did we get paid on this day? Got to take it in there, got to take it to the bank. But I was like more so in a hurry because I had a trip coming up. And so I'm like, can you get the check out of the mailbox and then put it on the counter and then I'll grab it? And I was like, this feels like old times. This feels like old times where it was like, oh, I have to pay people and get groceries and pay my mortgage. And if I don't, I'll get, foreclosed on. So if you could put that check on the counter.
Yeah. The credit card companies loved you
Right.
guys.
Yeah.
Back in 2020.
Yeah.
Yeah.
2017 to 2020.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But no, it's fine. We are like trying to get credentialed with a couple insurances
Okay.
just because of state of the world and funding and just what's that gonna look like. But that takes a long time.
It does. It's arduous and it's annoying.
And it's like robot generated. So like one of our things was declined because there's too many providers in the area, but like
Yeah.
everybody's waitlisted.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
you have to appeal it, and they're like, oh, that's just like the first round, like AI just like bumps it back. And then you have to
You
find a real.
automatically, yeah.
And I was
yeah.
like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh.
You have to, yeah, it's
Yeah,
how
yeah.
the system works.
Yeah, it's a different system, I think. And I'm trying to figure out if I have the patience for it or not.
I initially, that was the biggest frustration because I remember spending hours on the phone with insurance companies and trying to like navigate all those pieces. And then I also remember the day that I found Denise. And Denise is my biller.
Yeah, God bless
And-
Denise.
Need one of those.
Like,
I think I have one, but I got to get credentialed.
yeah.
So
I
she sent the stuff off.
Yeah, I get it. I get
Takes
it.
time, right?
Yeah, I get
Takes
it.
time.
But I think I don't know. I can definitely say my business now wouldn't be what it was, like, or wouldn't operate nearly as smoothly without her. And it's like she's like my right hand in many ways because it's like, okay, no, like, help me out here, Denise. Help me understand. Like, it was funny because I didn't even know that this could happen, but the IRS all of a sudden decided deducting from the checks that they were sending me from insurance. Right? I didn't know that.
How do they have
IRS could do
access
that.
to that?
Evidently, they do.
That's the creepiest thing I've ever heard.
Yeah, no, but they can do that. So essentially, like, because they didn't have a current updated, it was either a W-9 or something, the insurance company didn't have. The IRS essentially saw this and they started taking from the check. Like, so what the insurance company did was the insurance company deducted on behalf of the IRS. Like, and I know it sounded so sketchy and I was like, what? Like, but I didn't even catch it.
Right, because you're just going,
and Denise is like, also, looks like somebody did, and I was like, what?
Who?
Like,
what in the world? Yeah.
But then it was solved in a day. But just the fact that it happened, like, oh man,
yeah,
like, it makes my heart pulsate.
And to have the time to sit down and
figure it out. And it's like, okay, I'm picking my kid up from school right now, and you're telling me what? Like,
right.
But it's, in any case though, I think it definitely matters who you like. It having that person like is essential.
Yeah,
100%.
Yeah,
I'm on board with that.
So okay, so to get a bit more personal here, so obviously, so you said you both had kids.
He had way more than I did. He just
we started out with the same, right? Or,
one
no,
kid,
you started out with more than
I did. Just decided to repopulate the earth.
Yes, literally, I was like talking to him at that Christmas party. He was like, and there's 4 of them. And I'm like, how? how? But it had been longer than I'd realized.
So you remember the story that you told about like being on the couch and like you just mentioned, okay, being on the couch, you're pregnant, and then you have a 1-year-old. And
you did that like 3 times in a row.
I did not.
Right.
My wife did, like, bless her heart. Like,
yeah,
she has a way harder job than I do. But she went through the trenches with that. And
back to back.
Yeah, back to back. Now, granted, like, so if I'm not mistaken, like, it was funny because we were at the Christmas party before, and then like I think we came back to work. And then I was telling people, oh yeah, we're pregnant. Like we have a number. And then you were saying the same thing. Cause right. Our second are around the same age.
Oh yeah. I guess so. August.
Yeah.
A COVID baby.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mine's September 2nd and yours is
August 29th.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah.
And then the first is December 21st.
And mine's January 6th.
Yeah.
Wow.
I forgot about that.
Close window.
That's funny.
Yeah. I do think I took a portion of that part of my life and stuck it in some sort of
it's okay
trauma box. I forgot about that. Yeah.
Yeah.
The COVID babies.
Yep.
The COVID babies.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Something.
Yeah.
There's something.
Yeah. So I haven't asked Dale this. So it's a question for both of you, but mainly to you, Carrie. Is like, what is it like being a parent as a therapist? Right. And then you also like work, and then your population specifically, you're working with like families too, right?
Yeah.
So you're seeing a lot of stuff, hearing a lot of stuff.
I think my favorite like client comments are, your kids must be perfect. And I'm like,
Yeah.
no. The universe said, hey, I see you do this for a living. Try these. Try these kids and report back. See if your research can handle these guys. Yeah, no. I think it's interesting. I think it's helpful in a way because I get to be like, am I allowed to cuss? No.
You could
Okay, sorry. I panicked for a minute, but I get to be like, my kid's an asshole too, right?
Yeah.
Like, my kid's not always nice to me. My kid doesn't listen, right? Like, you 100% will see me at Target with my youngest having a meltdown somewhere. And I think, like, for some parents, for them to be like, oh, okay, we're all doing this.
Yeah.
Well, but I feel like that's also what makes it more accessible for you to be able to reach people, like because you can really understand and resonate. No, like, look, I get it. Like, you don't know, I get it.
Yeah. And being able to work like with the child welfare population of a lot of CPS workers or foster care workers, because the job is hard. It sometimes is like an entry level position. So you come out, you get your BSW, you go work, or you get your bachelor's in anything. You go work at CPS or foster care, and a 24-year-old is going to walk into a house and be like, I can't believe that pull-up is still on the ground. I can't believe there's fingerprints on your fridge. And I'm like,
Hey,
head on over to Grotto's. Go walk in my door. Because I'm not picking that pull-up up. She has a trash can in her room. She will pick it up and she will throw it away. I'm not cleaning it up. I'm not doing it, right? And like for me to walk into a house and be like, this is fine, right? There's no pills on the floor. There's no nails on the floor.
Yeah.
Nobody is going to get hurt. Like, this is just some after school clutter where the kids have rolled in and dumped everything on the ground versus like a 24-year-old walking in and being like, this place is a mess. And I'm like, no, this isn't a mess.
yeah,
This isn't a mess.
that's a great point because it puts a whole new perspective on, hey, what's actually acceptable and what's really not.
Yeah,
Like,
and there's
what's actually let's talk about what's actually
houses
not
are
good.
lived in.
Yeah.
And I think it's taken me a very long time to get to that point
Yeah.
of houses are lived in because of my house. My kids live there apparently, and so
Yeah, they live well.
they live there.
They live
Yeah.
well there. Yeah.
But yeah, I think having the perspective of having a large family that is chaotic, that has young kids, is helpful when we're working with those like parents in the trenches, for sure.
Do you feel any sort of like, so obviously there's that expectation from people is like, oh, you're a therapist, your kids should be. Have you ever felt it for yourself? Like, I'm a therapist, I need to be.
Yeah, no, yeah, I've spent a lot of years working through that. Mostly so my oldest was one of my students. And so she came to live with us when she was 4, but we adopted her when she was 7-ish. And so she has, a significant amount of trauma. She's got like a lot of stuff. Super cool kid. But obviously a child who has experienced, more in life than I have at the age of 4 is going to have behaviors and attachment stuff and dysregulation. And so it didn't make sense that I would sort of be like doing the things I'm supposed to be doing, but it wasn't like fixing her, obviously.
Sure.
Because it's not up to me to, be able to do that. And so that, and then having, a toddler, they're insane. They don't make sense. There's nothing going on up there, We're just crying to cry. And like, that's okay. But it just took me a long time to be like, you're allowed to tantrum and that doesn't make me a shitty parent. Like, you're allowed to have these big feelings and I still can love you and I don't fix it for you.
Game changer for me was putting on earmuffs.
Oh, I have those loop earplugs. I am yes.
I love
Wait,
it.
what?
I did, yes.
Yo, so gotta invest in some earmuffs.
Because it's really about like you being that strong leader, right? And like you being that calm presence of like, I can handle you when you're being insane. Or whatever this is. And I'm here for you. And like the blue cup is not the pink cup. You are right. And I get so overstimulated and I come from such poor cycles of parenting that I want to be like, take the cup, throw the cup, you don't get water at all, starve, right? Like those are all the things that are like going through my body. And so I'm having to like regulate and being able to muffle the noise.
Oh man, game changer.
Really,
Game changer.
100%.
Like, especially if you're holding one that's like screaming and then two others are asking for you. It's like, if I can just like make everything
Slightly
quieter.
Like,
Yeah.
dial it down.
Oh, look at this. Like,
I can hear you. Because
Yeah.
that's the other thing is like when we get to a point of like mom screaming, I'm not here anymore. Like I have no idea what's going on. And so when you're able to like, bring it down a notch. Sometimes I struggle with I need to figure this out. This is a tangent.
that's okay.
No, this is good.
All right. So like I have AirPods.
Okay.
So I'll put those in without anything playing. And that's really helpful. But sometimes with the earplugs, I'm louder. Does that make sense?
Oh, you hear
Because you know, like when you plug your ears and it's,
you're like, oh.
yes.
Yeah. So I guess for me, I haven't done the ear plugs because I feel like those do, but the ear muffs tend to like,
which is like a
muffle out.
very funny mental image, by the way.
I know. Oh no, 100%. It's hilarious, and I look ridiculous doing it.
Right.
My wife would ask me she's like, "What are you doing?" Like, and I was
so
like,
great.
"Hey, I can hold him.
Surviving. I'm surviving.
It's no big deal. Like, I got him. Like,
Wow.
particularly, like, I definitely did this with my. I didn't figure it out until. I can't remember whether it was my second or third.
Probably.
I definitely did it on my fourth.
Yeah.
But it was funny because like with Axel, like I'd be holding him, he'd be screaming bloody murder. I'd stick them on, and he stops and stares at me, almost as
It's like
if
he
to
can like
say-
feel it.
Yeah, he's
Yeah.
almost as if to
Like,
say
how
like,
dare you.
"Hey, that's not part of the game."
No.
Right, no.
I need you
Take
to,
those
I need
off.
You to take those off real quick.
You're cheating.
You're gonna have to take those off real quick.
I can't scream any louder.
Yeah, that's he just kind of stares at me, and he's like,
I love it. Yeah.
I'm like, yeah.
yeah.
What were you saying?
Take that.
I've been like, I just feel like as you get older, I just get like so much more overstimulated
Quicker.
so fast. And yesterday, my youngest said, "Mom, come sit on the couch with us. It's a calm space." And I was like, and I said, do I like calm spaces? And she said, yes. And I was like, oh boy.
That's fantastic.
Yeah.
That
I
is
have made that
fantastic.
clear, unfortunately, but
Man, so my oldest, like the other day, my wife told me this story. Like, so there was like obviously some serious conflict, and then like my oldest, being the child that she is, she's like, "Okay, everyone just calm down. Like, this isn't anyone's fault. It's not your fault. It's not my fault. Like, we just need to go." Like, that's exact, like verbatim.
yeah, repeating exactly what they've heard.
Like,
Yeah,
it's not your fault. It's not my. And like, I couldn't believe that she was saying this. And then my wife was like, "Avery, that's not helping right now." Like,
Yeah. I have to say to my oldest
That's
all
not
the time,
happening.
like, you are not the parent. You are not the parent. You are not the
Yeah.
parent. Stop repeating the things I'm saying. You are not the parent. Stop.
Because
Because hearing it come out of your mouth doesn't feel as great as it did when I was.
I feel very bad.
yeah, seriously.
Yeah, like, don't tell me what to do. Don't tell me that.
Yeah, I feel like my youngest is like the most feral, but like the most emotionally intelligent somehow. And I'll hear her just say like, so my birth order is like a little jacked up because I have a stepdaughter.
Yeah.
So she's 14.
Changes the dynamic.
Yeah, and then I have my adopted daughter, and she just turned 14 yesterday.
Wow. happy
And
birthday.
then my firstborn, 6.
Ah.
And so it's like
Whoa.
he's like big sensitive emotional guy, big feelings guy. Just the sweetest boy. Like still he's giant for a reason I'm unsure of. I'm not
Cool.
giant. And neither is my husband, but he's very tall, but he like still wants me to hold him. And like the other day he was laying across my whole body. We were watching a movie and his toes were touching the top of my feet. And I was like, ew.
Oh, you know that,
How are you so big? How did this happen? But like inside, he's still just this like squishy little emotional boy. But I'll hear my youngest say like, "Is this a big problem or a small problem? This is a small problem." And like, and he's like crying. And I'm like, validate his feelings. Validate them. But like, yeah, and I hear her just be like, you can just go first because it really bothers you.
That's
And it's like, why are you the one? Yeah. Yeah, she's going to be like a CEO or a felon.
That reminds me of my third child. So she's definitely like, David has seen this child.
She's
but
great.
She's the one, like, this is Annalie, and she's the one literally like just to do it, like she'll like see somebody's brand new toy She looks at it, grabs it,
Yeah.
and just waits till they have a waits until they react.
watching.
Not even
Waits.
playing with it.
And then doesn't even like just waits until they notice and then runs and stares as they like lose their
Just
mind.
scream.
Yeah. She just loves the reaction. Man.
Yeah.
And then
Loves the reaction.
and then they get closer and then she throws it.
Dude, yeah. I
She loves
can't.
drama.
Oh man. It's like
Mm.
this sounds like a terrible moment, obviously, but it is what it is. And I was watching this child, like she's watching my daughter, like her older sister, like play with her kitty, right? Like, and like just dote on it, be so gentle and nice. And meanwhile, she has this ball in her hand.
Wow, it's like the intrusive thought wins.
Oh yeah,
Mm.
and she literally and here I am standing here watching this all unfold, and I obviously didn't do it. Well, after the fact, I did. But she literally takes the ball and she chucks it at the cat. She's like, ha, like.
Right. Did you see me do that?
Yeah.
And we have a mini poodle.
Oh, yes.
nice.
I have a mini golden doodle.
Wow.
Okay, so we have an Aussie doodle.
Oh, yeah.
Also
Wow.
giant and neurotic.
Yeah.
Terrible dog.
Nice.
Terrible.
I will
dog.
never have an oodle again of
Yeah.
any oodle.
Oh,
But
man.
I'm
I
allergic
love
now
it.
that I have babies. I am allergic to dogs.
Wait.
Oh,
Yeah.
Even a poodle?
No,
No.
but that's
okay.
why I
Oh,
have
that's
them.
why you guys are
yeah,
allergic.
and so
But having babies made you allergic.
yeah, isn't
Wow,
that the
that's
saddest thing ever? I like boxers are my favorite, and I like if I touch a boxer, it's like hi, swollen eyes, the whole thing. But our mini poodle, the whole plan was like we'll get this dog, we'll have an inside dog, she can come to work with me, like
Yeah.
Therapy dog.
most neurotic dog, like a chihuahua, like shakes, you know.
Do you remember Jake?
I do. Oh yeah.
Oh, you would take Jake to your
Yeah. So
agency?
that was when Jake was like in
Did
service.
Jake die?
No, he didn't.
Okay,
die.
so
He still acts like a puppy. He's
still
like,
acts
how
like
old
a
is
puppy.
he?
But he got to the point he's almost
13,
14 or 15.
And he acts like a puppy.
He retired and he didn't want to go to work anymore.
I love
like,
that.
Passion fatigue.
Like
I
yeah.
forgot about Jake.
Yeah.
Sorry.
No, it's okay.
Me being like, remember that time we got chicken from Walmart? As if you didn't have a whole dog with you every single
Rotisserie
day.
chicken.
Yeah,
Chicken
no.
already.
Jake would come to the office with me a lot.
Yeah, I have like pictures of Jake, videos of Jake.
Wow.
See, I
Wow.
think trauma boxed it. I really do.
So
no,
your
my
dog is
very
not your therapy dog?
no neurotic shakes, barks at things, so annoying. But then I'll come downstairs and like the kids will have her by her like leg or something, and I'm like, this is why. Put her
This is
down.
why. This is why.
Gentle hands at the dog, please.
Gentle.
I did unproud parenting moment, but I definitely yelled at my youngest son because he was grabbing the cat by its butt and its tail and like raising it up in
Oh,
the
and
air.
you have kittens, right?
And it's a kitten,
And
I'm
it's
like,
just like, yeah, because like you're gonna, yeah. I don't want you to be on that list of things, that check mark
Yeah.
when you go to therapy 10 years from now.
And granted, okay,
That
he's
check
he's
mark.
he's like 20
know.
months old, so he's like, okay,
Just figuring it out.
yeah, he's
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
What does this do? Like,
yeah. He's like, let me see.
yeah. And meanwhile, the cats hate him, but
I've been trying really hard. Like we have like goats and pigs and a
Nice.
donkey,
Oh,
and
wow.
I've been trying to like natural consequence it. Like if Maggie bites you in the face, she bites you in the face.
yeah, no, totally.
I just like I told you to stop. I don't.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What did you?
Yeah, like
Feel the fire burn.
literally like read the room, right? Like
Read
she
the
doesn't
room.
like it when you do that.
Read the dunk.
Yeah, and it's yeah. That's been what I've been trying to do, but then I'm like, please put her down.
Well, yeah. So, and I would say I normally do that too. I think it was a combination between the cat reeling and pain
Right. Oh,
and not being able
100%.
to.
100%. Yeah. Yeah. Maggie has started like, well, I say started, but little dogs are terrible to house train.
Oh yeah.
And so she will go into their rooms
And
like
do
poop
a
or pee
thing.
on their carpet.
Yeah.
Take that.
But I recently was like, wait, she doesn't poop on my carpet. She doesn't poop on my oldest carpet. Right? She doesn't. She has access to the whole house. It's not happening anywhere. So they get so mad. And so now I'm like,
Take that.
treat her with respect and maybe she won't come pee in your room.
True.
Yeah. So every time I
Natural
see them doing something,
consequences.
I'm like, don't get mad when she pees in your carpet later. And they immediately are like, yeah. That's been my newest theory. And my husband's like, I don't know. And
Hey,
I'm like,
just we're going with
We're-
natural
yeah.
consequences. Fine.
yeah.
It's
No, I think that's what's happening. But literally, she doesn't pee in our room. She's in our room all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
That's funny.
Yeah.
That's been my newest theory on the neurotic dog. And I'm like,
Yeah.
I don't know why she acts like this. And then it's because she's being annoyed by 2 kids constantly. The other day, my youngest was like chasing her with a tape measure.
Nice.
Why? Why?
Why not?
Just like pulling it out and then doing that thing where it like sucks it back in. But
Yeah.
then like Maggie would take off because that's so loud and scary. Yeah. For fun.
Yeah.
For funsies.
It sounds like what I'm hearing from you guys is like there's a lot of like experimentation in like the parenting journey.
Oh,
Like,
I
you
think we're
try
all
this
just
and
winging
trying
it.
that. Well, right, like you
Yeah.
just
Yeah.
yeah. Like there's not a textbook.
You throw spaghetti on the wall and you see what sticks.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And then maybe
100%.
you eat it off the floor.
Yeah. Yeah. 100%.
Oh, I'm remembering that story. The brown stuff in the car.
Oh
as a
man,
kid.
yeah, like we were driving back. Yeah, it's one of these things you never thought you would say, is like the words that you never thought you'd say as a parent.
Yeah. We had
Like,
to have a
right?
family meeting about frogs in our house. So
Wow.
Nice.
you would think one time, no frog in the house, right? Nope. Nope. I had to look all of them in the eyes. And now the littlest goes around, Mom does not like frogs in the house. And I'm like, yep.
Yeah, no frog.
Wow.
That's a weird thing that we all have to announce. But anyways, yes. Sorry.
Oh.
We were traveling, but I forget where we were coming back from. And Addie's like, Daddy, there's something brown on my fingers. I said, okay. Let's maybe wipe it off. It doesn't taste like chocolate.
Oh my God.
Okay.
That's
Let's not taste it. It's gone.
okay. This is a good time. I don't want to know.
Okay, great.
Yeah.
That's
You could have
great.
left me out of this whole conversation.
Yeah, you're like,
Oh
I
my
wish I did know that.
gosh.
I wish I
Yeah.
didn't know that.
Yeah.
No, I think we're all just winging it. I think also our generation's like the first, I mean, like this with kindness, but I feel like our generation is the first generation to try this hard. Like I think parenting feels really hard for us because no one else has really tried to parent. You were just a kid in a house and you went outside to play and they fed you and nobody was worried about like social emotional development or
Do you feel like that's what happened, or because I wonder the same thing, but then I also like think about like my respective journey, and it's like, okay, like no, I definitely went through something different, because I meet other people, it's like I had great childhoods, like great parent, like, and I'm like, wow, look at that. You're whoa.
you don't have to like regulate your whole body. You don't have earmuffs on.
How are you like this?
Yeah. How do you do this
Yeah.
exactly?
Yeah.
Right.
You're so
And so it's
regulated.
interesting though, because it makes me wonder, well, is it that, or is it just that, oh, like what I'm exposed to is appears to be this on the regular, and so that's what I'm used to.
Yeah.
Or it's like maybe like they didn't have a lot of information. It's like we have like the literature and the reels and the YouTube videos
Sure.
and the podcasts. Like they didn't have that.
Right. Yeah.
So even the ones who did it well, they
Didn't
were
know they
working
were
from a
doing it
more
well.
limited set of information.
Sure.
Like even the parents who were more like very intentional
Sure.
with their kids, they had less access to the amount of info we have,
Sure.
right?
I think a lot of parenting is the way that you were parented. So if you came from someone who is emotionally regulated, intentional, not functioning on survival or, you know, all of those different layers, I think
Yeah.
you're going to be more emotionally regulated, more intentional because that's what you know.
Yeah. At least the groundwork's there.
Yeah.
That's what you know. Yeah.
'Cause that's-
what
yeah.
you know.
And that's interesting to think about too, because it's like I think our I don't know if my parents were baby boomers, right? Like, so
What's that
Years.
one? You know the years.
right,
Oh yeah, boomers. Yeah, boomers are like after.
kids that were born after World War II. like,
Yes.
as a result
Yes,
of
yes, yes.
What year was that?
Like right after
So
World War II.
50s.
So their parents were
Okay.
World War II. So they were soldiers.
I believe so. I believe
Oh,
that's
like they were enlisted. Sorry.
Yeah, I believe that's how that operates. Like
Yeah,
they were
I
kids
think
that were
that's true.
born out of those. So it's like after World War II ended, like you essentially you have
Yeah.
the end, or
Yep.
maybe
Yep.
it's
I think that's true. Yeah.
And
So what's after
Like, I
that?
have a friend whose mom was like, she was raised very frugal because her parents were raised during the war.
Oh.
That kind of thing. Is
And
that what
I
you're
guess
saying?
technically speaking, I don't know if my dad. I think my dad is considered but his father, my grandfather, was in the Korean War, and my other grandfather was in World War II.
Okay.
So like it was, I think they would both cross it, but it's like I think about both their experiences, like, and I was thinking about this recently. It's like my one grandfather, he lied about his age so he could go to the war. And he's 16 years old and he's in Korea. Everybody in his platoon gets wiped out.
Yeah.
And how do you not like receive any sort of reciprocal trauma from that experience?
Oh, yeah.
He comes home, gets married, like, as you can imagine, definitely lots of stuff there, lots of impulsivity, anger, like lots of stuff, because his mom also had him when she was 14. And
Yeah.
it's like, okay.
Yeah,
like,
there wasn't a prefrontal cortex to be found.
No,
yeah,
like,
it wasn't even
not
like,
a pre.
it wasn't even
percentage.
developed, and then we went to war. So like it was never.
And
Yeah,
it's interesting because I remember even talking to him and going to like restaurants with him, and he was the nicest. Like he could sit down at a table and be kind to people, like waiters or waitresses. He was actually very charismatic, like to a degree, right? But then there was other parts. It's like a switch would flip, and it's like, oh, okay.
Oh.
And I'd hear these stories of like, oh no, like he got mad and shot his dog.
yeah,
Like
like just no emotional regulation whatsoever.
Yeah,
Yeah,
just
yeah,
Yeah, just like
God.
boom.
yeah,
Complete blow up.
right?
yeah.
And you think about those circumstances and it's like, okay, yeah, I don't know how we would come from that and not experience something. But then also like I meet other people to where it's like the complete opposite side of the spectrum. Okay, people, yeah, they went to war, but perhaps they were older. So they, okay, to your point, they had prefrontal cortex development. They were
Yeah.
able to understand, okay, life in the context of its fullness and their values and how that stuff worked. They came back, started families. They had a job for a living, had a stable family, and that's how things continued for them. But it's definitely very interesting to think about.
Yeah, and I think like the resilience piece that plays into that, right? Like if your bucket of resilience is full and then you experience something terrible and traumatic, a little bit splashes out, right? And then you still have this bucket. But if you are starting with a mom who had you when you were 14 or, you know, and you're like starting completely empty and straight into trauma.
You don't know what a bucket is.
Yeah. Yeah.
What's a bucket?
Didn't have a bucket.
What is
Yeah. And yeah, I think like that, it's hard to come back from in general, specifically in that generation. Like they weren't going to be like, I'm going to go to therapy and have EMDR and process all of these things. And then I'm going to go home and not beat my wife. Right. Like,
I know, right?
And that's why like PTSD is known for the terrible things it's known for because it wasn't treated for so long.
Yeah. Yeah.
Wow.
And it's interesting. It's very interesting to think about that.
Yeah.
I feel like so you're saying then that because we try so hard, it's like there's like I think there's more guilt around it. Like man, like I have all this information as a parent. I should.
Why
know
am I not
better.
doing it?
I should like why am I not
Yeah.
applying it? Why am I not? Why is it so hard?
Because we're trying so hard. Yeah. Because I also don't know any parent or even myself personally who like goes to bed at night and I'm like, I was 100% the best parent today. Right? Like I might be like,
That's a great parenting day.
didn't lose my shit this morning. Right? Like I might have that moment, but otherwise I'm like, I forgot the field trip slip. I didn't make dinner. They had McDonald's, you know, like we're constantly like, there's always something that we're not doing, which is silly, right? Like logically, like our kids are alive. We didn't hit them. We fed them. And that should be enough, right? Like 30% of attachment needs are needed for secure attachment in normal kids.
30%.
That bar is so low, right? Like we're doing it. We're fine. Everything is fine. And
Wait, say that statistic one more time.
so in order for secure attachment to form, 30% of a kid's basic needs and emotional needs need to be met.
That's a pretty low bar.
It's the lowest
Yeah.
bar. So if you think
I
about
think that's
your own attachment
Is that like that? what's
or
it,
your own,
Winnicott,
Balby.
good enough parenting.
Oh, good enough.
you said Balby. You're like the man who created it. Yeah. No, the bar is so low, which makes it really sad when we think about kids that have struggled with attachment or adults who struggle with attachment. That also can fluctuate, obviously. Like you can have things happen to you.
Yeah, I mean, but that's an interesting point though. But it also makes, I mean, you could go like Maslow style and say that, okay, that makes sense based on, okay, food, water, shelter,
Yeah.
like basic needs met,
Yeah.
which, that it really begs the question though too. Like it seems like, and I'm going on a completely different rabbit trail now. Obviously, you have those cases and interactions to where it's like, okay, there appears to be some type of mood dysregulation happening, but yet it also appears that there were needs that were met, or it appears that 30% was happening. But yet it also seems like to a certain degree, like those cases to where this, and maybe we would call it disenchantment with parents, or it's not, no, that's very too simplified, but do you know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
Like it seems like you have those things happen too.
Yeah.
And I wonder how that, like how, I guess within your field and within that conceptualization, how do you see that? Is that more of an attachment issue then? Or
I think,
is it simply a teenager being a teenager?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think we also just have chemicals.
Yeah.
You know, like
Yeah.
there's like a scientific aspect. And then I think
That's
like
how I would describe it. But I'm wondering, like, because
Yeah, no,
I'm
I
also
think
not an
it's-
attachment person.
I know. The moment it came out of my mouth, I was like, Dale doesn't believe in attachment. Me and
That is
this box
hilarious.
is so open.
No.
That's so
The
funny.
chicken, there's Jake, and Dale doesn't believe in attachment.
That's so funny. That is so funny.
Yeah,
Those
no.
are the
The
takeaways.
memories that unlocked.
Okay, let me clarify. Let
funny.
me clarify.
You just don't think it's the end all be all.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't think because David and I have had this conversation, because I am a 5 on the Enneagram. I think that the Enneagram's crap.
Okay,
Right.
Right? Like,
I love that.
Thus-
I want to care about the Enneagram so much. I want to see somebody and like, no. And then just like
I
feel it
don't-
out.
Yeah.
I think I'm a 6. I don't know. Jess right now is like probably
My wife
like,
and
I have
pretty
told
big.
you.
We can.
Am I 6?
Well, I would.
Or a
I
3.
I need you to take the test.
I did.
I could see 3.
Okay, I think I'm a 6 or a 3.
I could see 3.
I don't know what that means. Is that bad? I don't see. I get like
there's
so
no
spooky.
bad.
None
There's
of them
no
are
bad.
bad.
None of them are
They
bad.
feel bad, right?
No, it's like Myers Briggs. None of them are bad.
Yeah,
They're just
I think
descriptors.
Jess loves those, and so she can just like rattle that
yeah?
stuff.
Yeah,
Yeah, like right now
yeah,
she's
yeah.
probably like, "How do you not know your number?" Because you know,
How do you not know?
and I just can't remember it. I think it's in a
critical.
note on my phone because I
Yeah.
like want to be able to refer to it. But
Yeah.
I want so bad to like be that. But like, yeah, I think everything obviously can be questioned. I think attachment's important. I think it predicts a lot of your relationships later, but I don't think it predicts that.
I think the concept of attachment is very important.
Yeah, like we should respond to our kids' needs.
Yeah, like you're not going to hear me say like that is not important. Like
Right.
no, like so,
Right.
However,
Because even if you said you're skeptical about attachment, but if somebody saw how you raised your kids, they'd be like,
Right.
oh, he's doing a lot of
Yeah, his kid's
attachment
crying. He
stuff."
picks him up and puts his earmuffs
Right,
on.
like they would
He's
label
doing it. He's
yeah,
doing
they
it.
label it. Right, you know. So
Yeah,
or
yeah.
his kid's crying and he's walking away and saying, "Fix yourself."
Right, literally. Yeah.
No, but I think in reality though, it's not about believing. I think I'm, to a degree, I'm such a utilitarian.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know, it's odd. I am and I'm not, like, because it's interesting because I am pretty pragmatic focused, but then I'm also very interested in how people conceptualize value for themselves. And I'm interested in whatever conceptualization is going to help them describe the current situation. So if
Yeah.
that's attachment and that helps describe, hey, how are we existing and how does this thing happen? Use it.
Yeah,
Or
yeah,
like,
yeah.
and to me, it, like, maybe that's, and I don't know if that adequately describes like how a 5 would approach things or not. Like, but again, for the same reason, it's like I don't actually. This is gonna sound, I don't know. I don't actually care.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
I it's more like I'm interested in what works. Like if that conceptualization effectively describes what's happening,
Then
and
cool.
yeah,
Yeah.
like why would we do something different
Yeah. That makes sense.
it works.
if it
Yeah.
works?
I think attachment was so big for me so we were talking about baby boomers. I don't know what the next generation is. So my parents are super young.
Yeah,
So
Gotcha.
they had me when they were like 19 or 20. So right now
interesting. Okay, yeah,
Wow.
they're
they're Gen Y. I think it's Y.
couple. How do you know that?
yeah. Mine are like 70.
Yeah.
Yeah. So mine were super young, doing the best that they could with the tools given to them.
Look at that therapy answer.
And it is
Oh,
what
no.
it is. But I remember, so I love Bruce Perry. I don't know if you guys know who that is.
Oprah.
David.
Yes.
What happened to you?
Yes, but he wrote a bunch of other things before the Oprah
Yeah, the book.
chaos. Yeah, and
Chaos. I didn't even know. I don't know about the
oh,
chaos.
it's not really chaos. It's just
I don't know
it was
about the
just
chaos.
like he became famous,
Oh, I
right?
see.
Like
Okay.
I've just been like a little like closet Dr. Perry nerd for years.
Yeah, got you.
And he wrote The Boy Who Was Raised as a Dog, and it's a
Yes.
really good book, and it's like a bunch of case studies, and it was probably like the first thing I read when I started like working in the field of social work in, you know, however many years ago, 10 years ago. And there's like a story that like my family would tell when I was always like a hyper kid or like a loud kid or whatever. And so when that was referenced, it was like, oh yeah, you've always been loud, even since you were a baby, because my parents, or just my mom, I don't really know, lived next door to her best friend. So she would talk about how when she was next door, you could hear me crying through the walls. And we would just sit there and you would cry through the walls.
Whoa.
Funny story, right? Growing up, like, wow, I had such a big mouth. That's so funny. Okay. So then I'm like reading this book. And there's a kid in that book who, this is like a very shortened version, but he has a nanny, and the nanny comes and the parents go to work. The nanny's struggling financially. So she comes, puts the kid in the crib, and then she leaves and goes to another job. She comes home before the parents get home, changes the baby. It's okay.
That's crazy.
So he grows up, and it's as he's getting older, like doesn't want to be held and doesn't want to be touched. And I can't tell you how much I hate a hug. I will hug you if you need one, but I never need a hug. And so I'm like reading, it's like 1 o'clock in the morning, and I like sit up in bed and I'm like, Kellen, Kellen, I think I figured it out. Like I was a cried out kid, and I sat in my crib and I cried all day like this kid. And that's why I don't like being hugged. And like, it was just this huge like attachment, like opening for me of being like, oh, because I've spent my whole life trying to figure out how to hug people and not want to die while it's happening. You know, for me to realize like, oh, it was because like I just like didn't have that nurture and stuff, so it's fine. But I was 24 when I realized that, right? So like all of his like attachment based stuff has been so like real life. Like it's always like a real life case study. It's like a real life thing.
Conceptualizes things.
Yeah, instead of just you know, the theories of Mary Ainsworth or whatever, right? Like that's so much harder to take in. But Dr. Perry, he writes so much about just like meeting kids' emotional needs and connecting with them, and how that sets them up forever. And he tweeted me once.
Okay.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
Pretty much best friends.
We're besties. Besties.
I printed it. It's framed in my office.
It's
I have a crocheted
Maybe
doll.
the podcast will get it twice.
Yeah. Oh my God.
so funny.
I crocheted a doll. Somebody crocheted a doll of him for me. And it's little So yeah, biggest fan probably. But I love attachment from like that perspective of like, that probably predicts a lot, you know, and being able to, I love having an answer. I love some logic of just like, this thing is because of this thing.
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Frameworks.
Yeah.
Frameworks.
Yeah.
Do you don't have ADHD, do you?
Oh yeah.
You do?
ADHD?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I think opening Riverside and discovering I'm neurodivergent was also like a very,
Superpower.
oh my God. Yeah. Being like, oh,
It's a blessing and a curse, isn't it?
it's all
Yeah,
right.
you both have it.
Yeah.
David.
I was like,
Yeah.
she's giving ADHD.
I just like set myself up with accommodations for so long. And then I had my last kid
When did you find out you had ADHD?
when I was annoying, when I was little, when I was like 8 or something.
When you were 8. Okay,
Yeah,
so you were diagnosed pretty
but
early.
not diagnosed.
Not diagnosed.
But my doctor knew, but nobody wanted to acknowledge it, sort of thing.
I didn't know till I was in
Oh.
my. I didn't know till actually I was at. I started working till I met you. Actually.
Oh, sorry about that.
Oh no, it's okay.
Was it like the vibes?
No. It was actually just that like during that time I started to just get very like. There wasn't a lot to do, and I started really struggling and I thrive on being busy, and also like at the same time, like if there now part of it, I don't want to say that it was all ADHD. I mean, part of it, okay, life transition. There's a lot of other factors happening at the same time.
That I think like sometimes having kids.
Oh yeah,
and having to, one mom shame for forgetting a water bottle, and I was like, I gotta get medicated.
Wait, what?
A Post-it note is not gonna fix this. It just like forgetting stuff and feeling embarrassed. You know, like if I forget a coat, I'm just a little cold. But if I forget my kid's coat, like, you know, like
I forgot to put a diaper on my youngest daughter last night, and she peed on her pillow.
I've done that.
We were literally on the phone.
Yeah, we were literally on the phone, and then Avery comes out. She's like, Dad, Annalie peed on her pillow. And I was like, how did she? And
also, like, could you pee on something easier to wash? Could you have just like...
She couldn't have peed on her pillow. She had a diaper on, didn't she? And I was like,
oh.
No.
Yeah,
she did not.
Oh.
Just wanted to see if she liked not having one.
No, I distinctly remember getting her clothes on. I'm like, oh yeah, she can. Here's underwear. Here's your pajamas. We'll put these on.
No diaper.
And put you in your crib.
Steps. Yeah. No, like out checklist myself.
Yeah.
And then I just couldn't anymore. It was just too much. Starting Riverside and having another baby, and like, I just couldn't keep up. And then I was like doing stuff like putting macaroni and cheese in the microwave without water.
Nice. Yeah.
Which, by the way, catches on fire.
Yeah. No,
Putting a diaper in the washing machine. Stuff that just really...
Yeah, I've done the diaper in the washing machine before.
Stuff that just really creates...
And I wondered, what is all this stuff all over these clothes? What is this?
Yep. Just stuff, little stupid stuff that just sits with you a little harder than you would like to.
Yep.
Yeah, especially ADHD, because you're so excellent sometimes, and then other times you're like, why can't I?
Yeah. And I am such a data statistics person, trying to track that, right? Like, I am like, tricky, what is this productivity week? And then like females, we have all sorts of things, right? Like so many things. And we might wake up and want to leave our husband one day, and we might wake up really productive the next day. And you don't know. You don't know what you're going to get. And so like trying to like figure out like, okay, what if I stack all of my, evaluations on this week? Because it's my productive week. And then that week comes and you're like, actually, I don't really want to be alive this week, right? Like, let's try again next week. And being able to keep up with needing that structure so bad and then being internally unstructured is very...
It's hard.
Yeah.
It's very hard.
It's the worst part, I would say, for...
Yeah. I haven't met a lot of people in the social work field who are very like data oriented. Sounds like you're both.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Very data oriented.
Yeah. Like you both can, you see both coexist in your mind.
Yeah. And I don't know if I wouldn't have started Riverside if that would have.
I feel like that having a business like that brings that out of you.
Yeah. It's like my business brain, I think.
Yeah. And it's, because it's almost a necessity, right? You have to be able to go to that vein to be able to access what you need to thrive and survive.
Yeah. Yeah. It's kind of, I also, do you guys have pattern recognition?
Well, what do you mean?
You would know.
Oh, well, apparently not.
So maybe you might. I also waver back and forth between like being on the spectrum somewhere because of the way my ADHD overlaps with my need for like the statistics and my need for the stuff.
Yeah, like wanting something to look a certain way just because.
Yeah, and needing So with pattern recognition, I recently realized not everybody has that. I didn't understand that. But like recognizing, I don't even know how to explain it. Like seeing that things repeat before they do.
Sure.
Yeah. So people don't have that. They're just out here in the world.
What do you mean?
I tried to think of a good example. This wasn't on my list of things to talk about.
You have a list?
Yeah.
See what did you see?
Yeah.
No,
I'm saying that only because I understand that. But yeah.
Yeah. No. So okay, like in the child welfare world, for example.
Yeah, sure.
I can see, this is like probably common sense to you guys because you were clinical people, but like if we don't get kids the services that they need, they grow up and they enter the child welfare world again.
Yeah.
And that cycle never ends.
Yeah.
You know, they
Yeah.
will just have babies early.
Yeah.
We will work with them again. We will work with their babies.
Yes.
Their babies will have babies
Yes.
forever and always. And
Yes.
that is a lot of the families that we work with.
Yeah.
Saying that out loud at a meeting with other foster care or CPS workers, it doesn't register in the same way that it does to someone who can track these patterns of behaviors.
Got you. Like, it's like, what?
I do.
Like, what
Like,
do
you
you
mean,
mean?
like, for instance, being able to say, okay, this client is presenting these things. This is likely what's going to happen.
And this is what's going to happen. Because I've seen this before 100
Yes,
times
yes.
with 100 different people of
that's
different
yeah,
backgrounds. Yeah.
I do that all the time.
Yes.
Yeah, you
So
do.
you're probably just doing that already in your head. People don't have that in real life.
What do you mean?
It doesn't click. They
They don't have, they're just floating out here.
True.
Yes.
David, is that true?
For me?
Yeah, do you
Do you have pattern recognition?
I have it because, but I think it's a different part of my brain that's accessing it. It's like intuition, more in.
Okay.
Like a gut feeling. You have a gut feeling.
Yeah.
You wouldn't be able to like say like with confidence, I know this thing is going to happen based on these other things that have probably happened.
Not confidence.
I don't like it. Depresses me
confidence.
sometimes.
Yeah, same. Because I'm like, I know the outcome of this.
Yeah, Callie's like that too. Callie,
See?
my wife
Pattern
has
recognition.
ADHD, and she's like that
Yeah.
too.
So
But she knows. I'm like, what? How do you know that? Like,
Yeah, no. And I was
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
listening to something the other day or reading something. I don't remember, but it was just like,
So there's a word for that, pattern recognition.
yeah, everything for me is a category. Everything for me is a pattern. I can see it. I know what's going to happen. And
It's a blessing and a curse.
yeah,
Yeah,
I don't
it
want to
is.
know. I want to float around. I want to be,
Well, but I
yeah.
feel like
Yeah.
because I think the thing that I've had to now that we're putting a language to this or a word to this, like the way that I deal with that area of my brain is to say that okay, I may not be 100% correct, and there's
Because I have to say that so I don't get disappointed in myself.
100%. 100% I have to say that. Like I could be wrong.
Because I don't want to be wrong.
Well, yeah, but like,
True,
but it's
true.
it's a blessing and a curse though, because like you want like I want to be like in certain cases you want to be wrong.
Mhm.
Like you
Oh,
want it to
100%.
not- Like
Yes.
you want to be wrong, but you also have this sick feeling. You're like, I don't think I'm going to. be.
Yeah, no.
And it's
I don't think.
Well, because
Yeah.
we're going to do everything in our power to not be
make it-
wrong.
Right.
You know,
Yeah.
like in certain situations. Like I would never declare I'm right unless I knew like I was probably right.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, like, why would I say that?
Like, think about that
Like,
statement.
why would I say that?
I felt it coming out. Because I'm always like so overly
No, I get it.
prepared,
I get it.
unfortunately.
I get it.
So like if I don't know something, I'll say I don't know something.
Yeah,
But if I
Callie's
can
like that
see,
too.
if I can see a pattern happening and we've seen it 500 times.
I describe everything now in terms of probabilities.
Oh.
High probability.
Yeah. David knows this about me.
Mm-hmm.
Like he'll hear me talking about something and he's like, so what? And I'll be like, I think it's very unprobable or there's a high probability that this will happen.
I like that.
Like, because I don't know.
Because that's the thing. It's not a gut feeling. It's
No.
like literally like
It's
a thing that we're seeing
yes.
happen.
I don't,
Yeah.
I don't know
yeah,
beyond the
yeah.
shadow of a doubt. Like I can't say into the future. I can't read the future. Thank God. But there's a high probability this is what's going to happen.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
so like that's how I see things.
Yeah.
And
I think
so-
that's a neurodivergency thing.
Maybe.
I think so.
I really
Maybe
do.
it is.
Like my 14-year-old, I don't like saying that. She was 13. We were in New York over the weekend. We did like the Hamilton,
Oh, you went
Cool.
Hamilton?
yeah,
cool.
and
yeah.
Harry Potter for both of their birthdays.
Nice.
Wow.
The cursed child.
Yeah, the cursed child.
Good. I was in London.
Oh, that sounds cool. I'm not a Harry Potter person, but my kid is.
I like the books. I didn't like the movies. The movies were terrible.
Yeah, she loves it all of it. All of
Everything.
it, forever, for like the last 6 years of her life. But she's autistic, and so she also has ADHD, all the things. But she'll say things. This was also like my realization of like, not everybody has this. It is like neurodivergent, but she'll say things like, I think that this is going to happen. So we were like standing in New York, and she was like, she said, a car is going to go by and splash that puddle all over everybody. 5 seconds later, a bus comes, giant puddle gets splashed all over the people in front of her. And she's like, yeah, I saw that happen a couple of times. And it's just like so quick for her to catch on to these patterns. Whereas like those people that probably lived here were surprised that had happened.
Yeah.
Have you ever?
Yeah,
okay, so
why would you splash me, right? Like, and
you
she's
ever
like,
have
move away.
Wow.
Sorry to interrupt.
No,
you.
you're
Do
fine.
you ever have experiences to where you don't pay attention to that and it burns you?
I think that's how
And
I
then-
got it.
Right.
the shame and the
Yeah,
guilt of
right?
not
You're
tracking
like,
the
yes.
pattern. Yeah.
You don't
That's
well,
so
you
true.
don't pay attention to it, and it burns you, and you're like, oh, but I knew this.
But I knew it.
Yeah.
And why wasn't I paying attention?
Yeah.
And if I just would have, And I think that's
so-
how it's become so prominent now.
So my wife is like that. She's like, how do I make sure this never happens
Exactly.
again?
Same.
She's always asking me.
Yes.
I'm like, well, what's okay? Like in my mind, I'm like, what's okay?
We
But
can only
it's like,
control what
no,
we can
it's like, how do I
control.
make sure it never happens?
Yeah, no, me. And then
Yeah.
seeing, And I think that is how over the years it's become, right? Because like in a business and like a business mindset, like if I hire somebody that's not a good fit, how am I going to make sure this never happens again?
Exactly. You can't afford to make.
No,
mistakes
it's
like
so
that.
expensive to hire people.
Oh man.
My coworkers, I had one bad hire where people who I hadn't talked to in like 2 weeks. I'm not a micromanager. I have no idea where anybody is right now. Like I will see you at the staff meeting, which I skipped this morning to come do this. So I'll see you at the next staff meeting.
I appreciate that.
But like people who I hadn't seen in weeks were coming to me like, who's that? Why'd you do that? This is what she said earlier, right? Like, and I'm in my brain like, how do I? And it was condescending stuff towards like our client demographic. It was bad. I mean, she made it like 2 days, and I was like, please don't return on Monday.
days.
Yeah, and so
Oof.
one, I like felt like I was like ruining the culture of what we had going on. I felt like I had failed because I didn't, as a mental health professional, see through this person on my couch. Like there's so many different layers of it, that come with it, and then you feel that shame and that guilt, and you're like, that will never happen again.
I think for me, one thing that I noticed, like if I'm too heavily focused in one area, like I can negate another area, and or sometimes like my desire to help other people, I will negate
Yeah.
certain areas, and then I get burned.
Yeah, and then later you're like, I probably could have seen that coming if
Oh,
I
no,
just would have
you did
looked.
see it coming. Like you did see
If I
it
would have
coming.
just acknowledged it.
It's like, and that's the worst part is that like you're not surprised, but you're hurt,
Yeah.
and you're like,
Yeah, and then you're like, that'll never happen again.
yeah,
And then your pattern recognition just gets bigger.
yeah.
And it's a beast.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's like, I'm interested to see what mine will look like at like 55, because mid 30s
Does
and it's
pattern
rough.
recognition help with kids?
Yeah, I think I can like, you're able to
Keeps them
see.
safe.
Yeah, you're able to see, what
Able
they're
to
going to
see
do,
co-
right?
yeah,
Like we
okay.
have kids who were,
And then you feel really bad too, because if one gets sick or something like that, or if it turns out they have pneumonia and you knew that they probably should have taken them to the doctor, you're like, oh, why didn't I take them a day sooner? I knew it.
yeah. Or in our house, like that looks like something that Collins would climb and fall off of,
Yeah.
right? Like things you don't like worry about
My
before.
kid's gonna go up the stairs and they're gonna fall down.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you're thinking through the
Yeah.
They're gonna try to
possibilities,
climb up the playset.
scenarios.
And they're gonna fall off the playset.
Yeah.
And literally 5 minutes later,
Yeah.
yeah.
On the way to leave to dinner, and you're like, last time for dinner, our food took so long. They were trying to stab each other with knives. Literally, my youngest will be like, I love restaurants. They have knives.
They have knives.
And I'm like, put it down. So like, so then we'll grab Uno or grab a game or something. Like I think it helps you kind of predict behaviors so that you can
anticipate.
be more ahead of them so that you also don't go crazy.
I think my wife's really good at that as well. But I think
She's very intuitive. Like,
she's very intuitive, and she was also like she was a very good teacher as well, and so I think part of that has been a learned skill greatly for her that she's just honed. And I think because there's many times in which we're parenting in which she's catching things and I'm not paying attention. I'm out to lunch. Like
I do think like men can turn their ears off. I do think dads can turn it off a little bit more.
I
for
don't
some
actually
reason.
mean to.
Oh, I know.
It's like it's not intention. Like it's my brain is somewhere else, and typically it's in a stressful place. It's like, oh, I'm
worried about this thing I didn't do.
I'm still thinking about this other thing at work that I should have. And oh, by the way, there's ketchup being poured off.
Yes.
True.
Like, someone is screaming and they've said dad 5 times.
Yeah.
Yeah. My husband's able to like, I don't
What?
zone out. Yeah, not zone out, but like
You can't turn out.
I'm just like, man, I wish I could do that.
Yeah.
You don't hear any of this.
No.
Yeah.
Well, so and sometimes like, yeah, it varies.
I'm like on the complete other side. Like I'm so overstimulated
Yeah.
I couldn't make a thought.
I feel like that's also like a mom thing as well, especially if you have and sure any number of children, but I think that like having had an experience of being a stay-at-home mom, like I think it like primes it. Uh, that overstimulation piece, because I definitely come home and my wife is like, if I am touched one more time,
breathe on me.
like, see what
Breathe
happens.
on me. Try.
Yep.
Yeah.
I don't think our parents ever worried about that stuff. I don't remember ever a time where I was in a situation with another parent that was like with me so much that they were like, oh no, I can't be touched anymore. Right. Like, I feel like it's a completely different, parenting world.
And I don't know. I have no idea. Like, cause I guess I would need to, I have no idea. I don't know the answer to that question.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm curious what's on your list.
So when I
remaining time
asked Dale what we were going to talk about, he sent me like 3 words.
3 words.
Was it more than 3?
Functional versus non-functional parenting, and we'll go from there. And then the address, which I later found out.
Nice. Okay. Yeah.
So, nice. Okay. So I feel like we've been addressing.
Yeah. I mean, hey,
some of that.
But I had to create that in my brain. What if you asked me like, I don't know, a definition or I don't know.
Yeah.
I had to be prepared. See?
I can see that.
I can be prepared.
Pattern recognition is somewhere at some time someone has asked me something and I didn't know the answer to
on
it.
a podcast.
Yeah, no. The other podcast I did was pre-recorded because it was during COVID. I got to record it myself and just send it.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, so.
Yeah.
It was on attachment, so I won't send
that.
it to you.
It was on attachment. It was. You should send it to him. That's crazy. That's crazy. Yeah, this is good. So you said non-functional versus functional parenting?
That's what
That's what he had said, yeah.
Okay.
Was
there any other like areas you were wanting to
honestly I think this has been perfect because I think in this context, like the organic way at which you've been able to describe things, I think that's that's really cool.
Yeah. No, I think we are like shifting in a good place with parenting. I'm hoping. Yeah. I think we're all just like, I think every generation is just swinging it.
Yeah.
And hoping for the best.
Well, I think to some degree it's like it's very easy to feel isolated as a parent and as though you're doing something wrong in some way or you're not sure what else to do. So you're simply doing it. But I think the more open conversations that occur about, hey, I did this, it definitely didn't work.
Yeah.
Right. Or I did this and it seems to help. I think the more that happens for people, because even if you were to look like, say, historically, like it, because I would imagine, I don't know the data on this, but I would imagine if you were to look at like close family system groups of people to where you had, say, secure attachment within a cultural variable, right, that you would see like a high collective of community and family involvement. And I guess I'm relating to this, like I'm thinking about like families in Zambia, for example, right? Like say just living in the village. It's like, okay, like the kid is literally strapped to the mom the entire day. Like even when she works in the field, right? Like they go, do it. And when he needs to nurse, she just like literally pulls him around to the front and then back to the back.
You don't even have to cry for it.
Like literally keeps going. And then like inside the village, like you have more than just mom looking out for the child. It's like, okay,
grandma,
everybody's there, right? But everybody still has their own hut, like, and to a certain degree, it's like, okay,
go ahead. I had some other random.
Well, no, so I guess in saying that though, it would stand to reason that, okay, there's a lot of collective involvement in that child's experience, and to now I would say like as time has gone on, there's been this desire to be individualized and individualistic and independent, and so it's like families become more isolated from each other, and then it's like, okay, well now you're doing everything on your own and having to figure it out, quote unquote. And but what were you gonna say, David?
Yeah, I was actually gonna say, so like I think it was in South Africa, like there's like less phantom crying they observed with mothers because of like when you give, in the communal society, there's grandma, there's auntie, like if the baby is crying,
Somebody's grabbing them.
They can just sleep. As a new mom, you can just sleep. You don't have so
Yeah.
they experience less phantom crying.
That's really interesting.
Yeah, that is interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's so like so one of the things I was thinking about too is like the Solomon's paradox. You guys, King Solomon's paradox. It's
Might
like
have to
a
keep going.
psychological phenomenon where so it's like harkens back to King Solomon in the Bible. There's like this king who has no. So it's this idea of like it on a more meta perspective. Is like, you know, King Solomon is known as this like wise king that gives lots of good advice and proverbs, but in his own personal life, he didn't apply a lot of that.
Yeah.
And it's the same idea. It's like we can give lots of advice and knowledge to other people's problems.
Right.
Or other, it's like parent, you see another parent, and I'm curious to hear from you guys, is that like, do you see other parents are like, man, they should just do this, do that. But then it's like, for our own problems, it's like so much more complex. Like we see a lot of complexity in our problems, but in other people's problems, there's just more simplicity there because of your distance from it.
Yeah. I think for me personally, I am 100% just assuming that every parent is doing the very best that they can.
I don't do that. I'm like, no, some parents are not trying.
They're not even doing it.
They're not no. So I am actually, admittedly, I'm way more critical than that. So, like, I think on a good note, like I'm like, okay, no, there's a certain set of things that have happened to them to inhibit their ability to be able to see this thing from this perspective. So therefore, okay, we're here.
You're just walking by people like, your parents beat you, didn't they?
but at the same time, though, like I will see certain instances to where it's like, okay, no, you're definitely not trying. Like it, and I absolutely will judge the crap out of that sitting here.
I don't do that.
I'm not gonna I've 100% done that.
What's the situation? Like, do you have an example?
So, yes, I do.
He said he did.
He's going to be like, I walked by you at Target the other day, and your kid was crying on the floor, and you weren't even doing anything.
Yeah, so so it's really tricky, right? Because what is defined as trying, and to what level are we going to now constitute like you're not even trying versus are you actually utilizing everything you could utilize in a moment? Do
you have the capacity?
Yeah, do you have the capacity to? And so I think that in a lot of cases, I think because my own perspective is very much we'll call it a existential or like logotherapy scenario, to where I feel that people are largely responsible for their own destiny and responsible to whatever end they have. That's what then leads me to the next conclusion of saying, okay, so yes, maybe your parents did beat you. Maybe you had a very terrible upbringing. Maybe these things occurred when your child needs you and you are leaving them to go sleep with other men, or you pick, right? And then lie to them and then all the relevant adults in their life.
So is this a very specific example?
Right?
Did someone hurt you?
Yes, if I had an example.
Yeah, no, this wasn't. I'm literally like, oh, you saw somebody get spanked in the...
No, because I think that's way too simplistic. You can't make any assumptions based on that.
I see what you're saying. Okay.
So like if I'm thinking of instances to where I'm like, oh no, I definitely judge them. It's like, no, I have to supply at least enough ample information to describe why.
But it's like a whole lifetime movie. All right, keep going. Then what happened?
But yeah, so just in a scenario like that, that's where I would be like, okay, yeah, no, you're not trying, like, or you're not utilizing your full potential capability here.
Yeah.
And that's where I might be like, yeah, no, I'm judging you 100%. Right? Do I think you could do better? Yes, I do. Now, do I understand?
Like, yeah.
Do I understand?
The background?
Yes, I can understand. But am I judging you? Yes, I am.
Yeah.
Like, that's happening.
Fair enough.
That is happening. Right. Now,
explanation, not an excuse.
Yes.
Now,
April says that.
Oh, really?
at Adagio.
Yeah.
Is that where you got that from?
Yeah. She's. I maybe probably.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, so I think that's the piece. Now, do I judge? Because I'm also this guy that will say that everyone judges. I don't like the phrase "no judgment."
I think that I am not a judgmental person.
You 100% are.
No, not at all.
Really?
I literally can justify anything.
feel
Like
like
somebody could
pattern-
T-bone me and I'd be like, I'm so sorry you had a bad morning.
Yeah.
Like it just doesn't.
But it's
But no, no,
but
so
you
I
make
guess-
but then you make the pattern recognition means you're making judgments.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
No.
Like
Yes.
it's gonna happen. Like when you say this is gonna happen.
I think of the word judging as a bad thing. Maybe.
Yes.
Oh,
and
like
I'm
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
so I
yeah.
think it's a- yeah.
Yeah,
I
a
think that
definition
the
thing.
definition is
Yes.
different.
My evaluation of a judgment is essentially making a decision.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Like
yeah.
in order to survive, you have to make a judgment about what is the next probable thing that's going to occur.
Yeah.
So
Versus
like
con-
versus
condemning. I think it's more
a
so
condemnation. Yes, I do not. I wouldn't say that I condemn like,
Yeah. I see what you're
Like,
saying.
but I absolutely make a judgment about whether or not you have the capacity to do something different in the scenario, and you are not doing it.
Right.
So when I
Okay.
say judgment, like that's what I mean as far as I'm judging you.
Okay. All right.
Like I'm making a decision based upon what I believe
Your perception.
what I believe your capability is.
Oh, I see. Okay. Yeah.
And so I'm deciding that no, you probably do have that capability. And in me making that decision to say you probably do have that capability, I'm making a judgment that you probably do.
Yeah.
But so it is different than the standard of you are a bad
Yeah.
person.
Like negatively perceiving somebody based on
or you are a terrible person. I might say, you're not a very good
You're
parent
making
right
very
now.
good choices.
Right, you're not making very good choices because you're not.
Right. Yeah.
Mm.
But I will say I'm fairly I do that to myself as well. But I don't feel bad about that, like because I feel like I have to be able to do that to accurately assess. No, this was a bad idea.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
shouldn't
yeah.
have done this way, and I did,
Yeah.
and that was the wrong thing to do.
Yeah. That's a weird twist on the pattern recognition for sure.
I love it. Pattern recognition.
Yeah,
So
that's
good.
great. That
That's
is
so
great.
good.
Yeah. No, I usually just try to give the parents
Yeah.
the
That's
benefit
grace.
of the doubt.
Well, I
Yeah.
think that's way more functional for that. Like, I think
Yeah, yours sounds exhausting.
Yeah.
I
She's like, I'm already
100%
thinking
don't
about so
care
many things.
who you're sleeping with,
Yeah.
who
No.
you left, who you didn't leave. I'm just gonna assume you woke up this morning and you love your kids. And
well, so
Let's
no,
figure
like
it out.
it's definitely like the example I gave was not like something to where it's like, oh, that had to be asked.
Mm.
Like
It's self-evident.
in the Lifetime movie.
everything comes into like it's just like
Yeah.
and so that's where that anyways
Yeah.
Mm.
that being said, man, we've gone a lot of different places here.
We have.
Yeah. Oh, this is good.
Yeah.
I think it's good to hear it also from therapists, right? Because again, like
Yeah.
maybe people listening have this perception that
We're all just like
yeah,
living
like, man,
honky
you
dory
got
lives.
it, man. You guys got it. You got it. you
Yeah.
know? But you're figuring it out like everyone else.
Yeah. No, we are 100% just winging it. I get to teach, I am adjunct at JMU and I get to teach the parent class there. Has like a very long name, parent and child relationships over a lifespan.
Nice.
Why? Why is that the name of the class? But like we go chapter by chapter and it's just like, and so the conclusion is we're winging it. And so the conclusion is we're winging it. We're going to have unconditional love and we're going to be strong leaders. And that's what we're going to do in hopes that this next generation can grow up to be good parents, reduce the child abuse and neglect, put me out of business, go back to my spare bedroom.
Your spare bedroom.
Yeah, that's not gonna happen though. Sorry.
But Dale,
Sorry.
but Dale, I'm teaching.
High probability. High probability.
This is
that's not gonna
preventative
happen.
work.
There's a high probability.
Yeah. No, I know. But it's a good thought.
It is a good. That is true. That's true. It is. I 100%. It's a
Yeah.
great thought.
I love it.
It's a great thought.
But your judgment is.
The judgment
Yes.
is coming through.
That
It's
is
coming
true.
through.
It's 100% true, and that is why you are equipped to be doing like exactly what you're doing, and you're great at it. And we're happy to have you on here sharing your experience.
Yeah. Thanks for having me. This was fun.
Yeah. Thank you. We might ask you to come back at some point.
Sure. Back to the gas station.
Yeah, back to the gas station. I had one client come here once. She's like, looks like a place where drug deals go down. I was like, well, you may not be far off.
Yeah, it
Like,
might have been.
It may be. Like,
yeah, it may have been in a past life.
now, currently, lower probability, maybe not. I don't know.
Low probability that'll happen.
They're like, let's meet at that therapy office.
Yeah, right. That weird.
Yeah, I know, right? It's
Nobody's
like, no one will guess.
Yeah.
Sounds good. Thank you, Carrie.
Yeah,
Thank
thank you
you
so much.
guys. I appreciate it.